and welcome to Every Day is Funny, the meditative morning show about newspaper comics. And the other day I spoke about friends' basements and the comfort in friends' basements. And I think that led me down to the idea I'm about to share, because it seems somewhat adjacent. And this is a new business idea. It's a new restaurant idea. And I think it would exist mainly in like a Brooklyn type area. But it's a nostalgia-based restaurant where instead of tables, your entire party eats in a fort. And the entire restaurant is like a strewn together kingdom of forts. Which also feels like a nice callback to older times because, restaurants used to have their tables completely hidden from one another with like curtains because it was rude to see people eat. So this is like that. And the servers are little kids to make you feel like you're a child. We'll figure out the labor laws around that. Or maybe it's just the waiters and waitresses are dressed like moms and dads. Maybe that's the vibe. But the food theme is omakase Lunchables. Chef's choice Lunchables. 10 courses, 20 courses, the finest spreads, jams, meats, etc. All set on the world's foulest cracker. They used to call me that in college. But no, so so the rest of the food tastes like absolutely incredible, like greatest stuff in the world. Only the cracker is bad. It is that Lunchables cracker. And like to cleanse the palate, there'll be Lay's chips and Aqua Pods. The checks are written in crayon. But I just think like the Lunchable as an idea, both in its simplicity of cracker and vibe, its ties to nostalgia, its branding, there is potential to take back the Lunchable and do something novel with it. And I think a fort restaurant is kind of the natural extension. So I don't know, let me know what you think. The food would be good and the chefs would be like actual chefs. Chefs wouldn't be kids. Chefs wouldn't be people dressed as parents. Chefs would just be chefs because you can't see them. I just want to stress that part as well. So let me know what you think. everydaysfunnyshow@gmail.com. Also, please submit to our latest caption contest because I'll probably read those out on Saturday. And I think as of right now, there's one submission. So if that remains the case, I'll be upfront about it, but I'm gonna do a bunch of fake names and submit my own captions so we have more. And so if you don't want that to happen, because they're probably gonna be really lame jokes, please send something in. All right, let's get to the comics. All right, let's start with some High and Lois. We haven't done that in a while. We see the baby of the family. Oh my God. Looking at a sunbeam again. The baby's thinking, Mommy said today is the longest day of the year. You can sleep a little later tomorrow, sunbeam. Why is this kid obsessed with sunbeams? We've read at least 2 to 3 other High and Lois comics that not only address this baby's love of sunbeams, but are entirely focused on this baby's love of sunbeams. It's such a fascinating relationship because I don't know this to be a thing, like babies really obsessed with the sun or sunbeams. But this child, it's like all they have. Also, look at the panel here. I mean, a beautiful illustration of the sun, the classic circle. But what's interesting is the window changes. First, it's like this white barred window so the baby can't get out. And then the very next panel, it's just an open window with some blue shutters that looks like it's part of a completely different house. I don't know how it would be difficult to keep consistency there. But why is it always about sunbeams? Oh my gosh. This baby's gonna have the worst eyesight. She keeps staring at the sun every day and romanticizing the beams. I'll tell you something, you may love the sun does not care enough about you to protect your eyes, because it will go after him. Don't trust the sun. As the Velvet Underground said, who loves the sun? And I would like to make a 2024 version of that song with added lyrics, The Baby. That was a good joke if you didn't get it. Alright, let's move on. I really am fascinated by this love of sunbeams. I'd like to talk to the author about it. Let's do some Zippy the Pinhead. It's been a minute. Okay, already frightening. It's called Nobody's Puppet, and we see a ventriloquist dummy propped over a chair in a very strange manner. The headline says, Dollboy realized one day that he could exercise no free will over his body. The doll says, how long do I have to remain in this awkward position? Some dim-witted kid was playing with me, but when he got bored, he tossed me onto this office chair. What now? Must I wait until some other idiot picks me up, fiddles with my tuxedo, then leaves me lying on the floor? Haven't these people ever seen the movie where a ventriloquist dummy comes to life and kills them in their sleep? Jesus Christ. I mean, it is true though. I don't know why there is a ventriloquist dummy located in an office and why a kid was playing with him and then put him in an office chair. Do they have like a weird dad collector? Also, I don't think there's much of a threat if the dummy prefaced this by saying, I have no free will over my body. Like, I don't think there's any danger then of you killing people if you can't have free will over your body. Unless some inciting incident happens, like in the movie, like a thunderstorm. Brings the soul of a thief into you. And they have no point in life but to exact terror. That's the only reason I could see this happening. And like, what do you want them to do? Do you want to just sit? If you have this ability to exist, do you want no use in life? You just want to sit where you can't move at all and no one's gonna move you? Like, what do you want? Share some goals. Don't just complain. Offer solutions, dummy. All right. Rex Morgan time. Yesterday, we were at the point where friends were still gathered around the lunch table, talking about the bully incident, with one friend saying they needed to stick together to fight the bully. Let's see where we're at now. Okay, we see Corey and Parker in the hallway later. Headline, Parker and friends try to avoid the bully. Corey says, have you even seen the guy today? Parker says, not yet. Maybe he's not in school today. Corey says, that'd be nice if it were the case. Parker says, I'd like one day without having to watch over my shoulder. That kid seems determined to beat me up. All right, this might be the most boring episode of Rex Morgan. No action, worried about a thing that's not happening, talking about people in the most vague of terms. Like, why is the author not giving the bully just a first name? Is there any harm in that? Is there a reason we're avoiding the first name? I don't get it. Yeah, truly nothing going on here. And as a friend texted me yesterday with a good point, are we done with the open mic comedy night that was suggested like 2 weeks ago? Corey was gonna do an open mic night, and they've definitely, like, in the storyline passed that day. That day came and went, and that would have been an actual story beat with something new happening and different kind of dialogue. I would think it'd be more interesting for the author to write about, to illustrate, but nope. Seems like that day came and went, and we got no feedback on how it went. Just a truly abandoned plotline. The author is like, I think the people want to see more about a bully with no name. The bully with no name is a cool kind of like Clint Eastwoody archetype that you don't see about. Like the kind of silent bully that just kind of menaces and then retreats. That's not this bully. This bully is the complete opposite of that. But the bully with no name. That's a cool young adult novel idea. Alright, let me think of what to comment. It's gonna be hard because there's not a lot going on here. Okay, my comment's gonna be a strange, vague scenario that explains the bully's absence. And it's first a headline. Meanwhile, at bully training, the bully says, "I'm gonna be late." And then bully teacher says, remember, use punches and slurs. So before school, the bully goes to bully training, where a bully teacher teaches him how to bully. Thank you. Send. Alright. Time to wind down for this Thursday, June 20th. Go out there. Have a lovely day. Build a Fort Omakase restaurant. And remember, every day is funny.